Mom's Exit Interview, we focus a lot on how moms are organizing their career and their life to have more balance. You focus specifically on data and how we make decisions with that. What does the data show about that, about how we make decisions to have better work life balance?
I think, unfortunately, a short answer to that is that isn't an extensive focus of data. So when we ask questions like, should women work? Even when women ask me this, like, should I work outside the home? What, like, is that a good idea? They're almost always asking that question as, what is the best thing for my kid? What is the way to optimize my kid? And there, we have a little bit of data, but what it says is that there are many different good configurations, and that in fact any impacts on your kid of the choice that you make about working or not are really small, and very difficult to separate from other differences across the family. And we do have little sort of hints, pieces of data, questions about happiness. So I'll give you one kind of fact from that, which is that women who work are happy with their job. So a career can make you happy. Having children also makes people happy, but there's not like a double happiness boost. So women who work and have children are not as happy as if you added those two happinesses together. And so it suggests that there is some offset. And I think we see that, and we can talk about it almost in the conflict that people have with themselves or with others around, how do I balance this? And that balance can be really hard. It is a place where data is less useful than it sometimes might be, because there's so much variation across individuals in what they want and what they value and what is going to work for their family.
So if family makes us happy and working makes us happy, and of course we work because we need money, but if family makes us happy and working make us happy, but when we combine the two, we're sort of, it's a lot. It's, it doesn't become 1 + 1 = 2. What sort of useful questions can we ask ourselves when we're assessing where to go? So if there isn't like hard data, how do we make these decisions in a more thoughtful way?
So I think the first thing is, you can ask, what do I want? And it is hard to ask, what do I want? Because that question is very vague, right? Like, well, what do you mean? What? Like, I don't know. I want a pony. Like, I want a lot of things.
I
Um,
don't want a pony.
You don't want, to be fair, I once wanted a pony, and now I'm like, yeah, you guys can have
Like, I
snails.
want a
Like,
massage.
an optimal pet is a snail. So not a pony.
I'm going to try to
But
sell my son on the snail. He's 5 and begging for a pet. I'm going to actually, we also killed a snail. Sorry, we did also kill a snail. We tried that.
okay. It's a mix. Think about what you do with a pony. All right. So I think it is hard to access this idea of, what would make you happy. So one of the tools I talk about in the family firm is trying to make more concrete some of those ideas. So rather than just saying, well, what would make you happy, in a vague way, which for some people they can call up the answer to that, but for many of us it's hard. I say, well, think about it more concretely. What are the three things that are important for you to do every day to make you happy? Or here's a schedule. Show me your best week. Like, if this were your optimal week in terms of what were you doing every hour of the day, what would that look like? And that exercise can be quite clarifying in terms of both what you want to do, sometimes clarifying in terms of conflict between what you're doing and what you want to do, or conflict between what you want to do and what your partner wants to do, particularly around family time. So, in essence, really saying, here's what I want to do every day, and this is what's going to make me happy, sort of forces some of those conversations. Another way to say it is, what do you want Tuesday to look like? Because your life is pretty much just Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays. And if you're not happy every Tuesday, that's like a seventh of the time that you're not happy. And so try to make your Tuesday like you want.